Police still searching the streets right now as they look for a driver who hit and killed a 7-year-old. The little boy simply out riding his skateboard when he lost his life.
And now, understandably, his family is demanding justice. Just One Station spoke to his mother. First at 4, Brittany, we're live with what she wants us all to know about her little boy.
Yeah, Brian and Nicole, a memorial is continuing to grow here with balloons, stuffed animals, and cards on Lakeshore Beach Avenue apartments here. And the memorial is just continuing to grow for Amir Macklin. He was just 7 years old, and on Friday night he was riding his skateboard here when he was hit by a car and sadly killed. And now his mother, she says she wants answers. She said she's not going to start fighting for her son until somebody is held responsible.
He liked everything. It was nothing that he didn't like. He liked wrestling, man. This was his first year playing football. He liked playing outside. He was just a joy to be around.
Rashonda Macklin is talking about her son, Amir. She says he was an amazing son and big brother to her 2-year-old daughter. On Friday night, Amir was riding his skateboard in the parking lot at the Lakeshore Beach Apartments when he was hit by an SUV.
He hit my baby, and they said he dragged him and tried to speed, like reverse out.
Amir was taken to the hospital, but later died.
I can't eat, I can't sleep. I close my eyes, I see images of my son that no mother should see.
The driver took off seconds after the crash. Saturday morning, police found the SUV abandoned. Despite having the car, investigators still have not named a suspect.
And I just feel like nothing's being done, and this can't go cold.
Rashonda says she will not sleep until someone is held responsible for her son's death.
He killed a 7-year-old child. I just feel like a person of interest should be public.
We've reached out to Cleveland Police for an update on this case, but so far we have not heard back. But coming up, says that his death could have been prevented. Live in Cleveland, Brittany Weir, 19 News.